distinguished guests, class of 2029, please welcome to the University of Notre Dame, your Vice President of Undergraduate Enrollment, Mickey Kidder.
Good evening, Notre Dame class of 2029. On behalf of the University of Notre Dame, allow me to congratulate you and welcome you home. My name is Mickey Kidder, and I am honored to serve as Notre Dame's Vice President for Undergraduate Enrollment. I am equally as honored to have read the applications of the young people in this room. Young people who demonstrate such extraordinary academic preparation, intellectual curiosity, and attributes that we hold dear here at Our Lady's University. Now, my friends, tonight, we're gonna rally. And to begin this rally, we're gonna start by celebrating three really important groups of people. The first group that we're gonna celebrate are those young people. To every admitted student in this arena tonight, congratulations for all you have accomplished, and we can't wait to see all that you will accomplish. Join me in congratulating them. All right, students, it's your turn. So you know that in this room, there are some pretty amazing human beings. Human beings who have walked this journey with you. They have supported you, maybe nudged or redirected you a couple times, but they've loved you every step of the way. And so students, I invite you to thank the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, maybe a few siblings even, and trusted friends who have brought you here to this campus today and loved you along your journey. Please celebrate them. All right, now we're next gonna celebrate four newest members of this family that I am so honored and happy have decided to celebrate their birthdays with us today and tomorrow. They decided there's no better place to celebrate their birthday than the University of Notre Dame. So I'm gonna ask Noah Boyd, I'm gonna ask Sarah Bianchi, Michael Fortuna, and Ainsley McKenna. Stand up and let's give them a big Irish happy birthday. Students, you have been invited to join a very special and distinct community. A community that was formed 183 years ago when a young Holy Cross priest named Edward Soren founded this institution. And founded this institution with one mission in mind: to invest in the minds of young people, never at the expense of their hearts. To invest in their full human formation so they can go out and be powerful means for good. This is a special, it is a distinct, and it is a loving community. And we are so honored that you are here tonight. My invitation for you in the Rally 2025 and over the next 48 hours is really to get to know Notre Dame. Legendary coach Lou Holtz once said, "For those who know Notre Dame, no explanation is necessary. And for those who don't, no explanation will suffice." I invite you, while you are here on this campus, get to know Notre Dame. And for the families who have perhaps been here countless times, maybe you linger a little longer at the grotto. Or maybe you hold on to those words of the faculty members tomorrow just a bit longer. To the families who perhaps this is your first visit to this wonderful campus, I invite you to take note of Mary atop the dome. I invite you to see the smiles of these students tomorrow on this campus, because it is in these quiet moments that I humbly believe that the true spirit of Notre Dame comes alive. And it is in those quiet, very personal, intimate moments that you will get to know Notre Dame. Now, we have invited these young people into this family, and some of them, I am thrilled, have already said yes. If you see somebody walking around with this ribbon, that means they've committed. They've committed to this family to invest in their full human formation. That's right. So here's your one homework assignment. You haven't even started, and I'm giving you a homework assignment. That's how it goes here. For those students with these committed ribbons, I want you to celebrate that. In the next 48 hours, celebrate why you said yes to Notre Dame. Share your enthusiasm, share your passion, and inspire your peer students to join this journey with you. My friends, it is an absolute privilege to walk this journey with every member of this family, and in particular, the Notre Dame class of 2029. Know that we will all hold you deep and close in our prayers. To every member of this family, God bless to all of you, and go Irish.
Nora,
Carlos,
what are you doing here?
I'm here for the rally.
Wait.
What are you doing here?
Me too.
Oh, that's so exciting. Look at all the students here. Look at the great set.
Wait, what's this?
Oh, it looks like a letter to the class of 2029. There's so much you have yet to see. We're so excited.
You have dared to dream, work to make it here. Now you're standing on this ground with hope that feels so clear. And we stand here smiling, arms wide extended, knowing full well, darling, it's what God intended. Welcome home, my friends. Welcome home, my class. Welcome home, New Irish. Welcome home at last. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home.
It's just so exciting, isn't it, to see everyone here prepared to start their future at Notre Dame?
It is. I just really wish they understood all of the wonderful things that go on here. Dorm masses, study sessions with friends.
Yes. All-nighters at the library, Easter at the Basilica.
Yes, they're gonna build the best friendships and make connections that last a lifetime. But it's still a hard decision.
Yeah, I just wish they really knew that we really saw them. All the sleepless nights, wondering what you'll learn, picturing the future, all the honor you will earn. Letters in the mail, emails filled with cheer, praying for the moment when you'd finally be here. Now your wait has ended, your time discerning, 'cause here on this campus, your heart's done yearning. Welcome home, my friends. Welcome home, my class. Welcome home, new domers. Welcome home at last. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Notre Dame in South Bend, Indiana. I'm Brendan Villavasso, a sophomore studying finance and real estate, and I live in Dillon Hall, the best dorm on campus. Hopefully, some of you guys will be lucky enough to join me there. And I just want to welcome you guys here and give you a few words of wisdom and just some advice. And I'll start with telling you to thank those who are here with you. Mom, dad, guardians, aunts, uncles, and soak in the moment. Pat yourself on the back, you know? Appreciate everything you've received, everything you've accomplished, because it's impressive, honestly. And you're here now. And when I was maybe 3 years ago, I was, thinking about where to go to college, what should I do, and my counselor reached out to me and he said, there's this pre-college program and we think you'd be a good fit, you should apply. And I was like, okay, I'm interested, I'll bite. So I applied and it was to come up here for 2 weeks in the summer. And I was, scared. I mean, all I knew was Notre Dame football and it's, good academics. But what more can I learn about Notre Dame and being a college student in these 2 weeks? So I was accepted and I came up and I was able to study marketing for 2 weeks and take classes in Mendoza and, take out the fogginess of like what it's like to be a college student. And I was just so impressed. And when those 2 weeks concluded, it was a no-brainer. I had to come to Notre Dame, I was in love with the people. I was in love with the professors. I was in love with the idea of being a well-rounded citizen while studying and taking place in supreme academic culture. And when it was time to embark on my senior year of high school, it was, how can I get to Notre Dame by any means necessary? And I applied and I was admitted, and I don't know, I was overjoyed. And my first year, I've grown to like a lot of things about Notre Dame, and my favorite things at Notre Dame have to be the dorm culture. Just being immersed in a single-sex community where you can be comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to be worried about trying to be someone else. And I think that's what I've learned to embrace the most. And I stayed in my room a lot freshman year, and I was worried, but thanks to the committed hall staff, they pushed me out my shell and they showed me how to embrace the culture here and become a better person and learn what it means to be a Notre Dame student. And for that, I'm just so grateful, and I don't regret coming here one bit. And I'm proud of you guys, and I hope to see you here in August. And like Vice President said, you guys, if you have that committed badge, congratulations. I think you made the right choice. And for me, coming to Notre Dame was, spreading my wings. And it was taking a step outside my comfort zone. But for some of you guys, maybe you've always seen yourself at Notre Dame. And maybe you're thinking, maybe I should stretch a little bit further or go somewhere a little bit different or travel outside of Indiana. But what makes Notre Dame special is it's a place where it challenges you academically, and it challenges your character, and it makes you become more than who you were when you first walked into that door. And I think that's something that you can't get anywhere else. And I think this is home for a lot of you. And congratulations again, and thank you. Thank you for being here.
Sister Mary had a baby boy. He was born in Bethlehem. And every time that baby would cry, she would rock that baby to sleep. Oh, rock that cradle, Mary. Oh, rock that cradle, Mary.
Yes, I believe.
Yes, rock that cradle, Mary. I believe that Sabbath has no end. Oh, yon to come, Sister Mary, Sister Martha's by her side. She's got that gospel brew in her right hand. She's gonna sweep up the house of the Lord. Oh, sweep clean Mary.
I believe.
Oh, sweep clean Mary.
Yes,
Yeah, sweep, clean Mary.
oh yes,
I do believe that Sabbath has no end.
Still the sky is light. The sky is light. Oh, moon, and make this endless day, endless night. Tonight, I'll see my love tonight, and for us stars will stop where they are. Today, the minutes seem like hours, the hours go so slowly, and still the sky is light. The sky is light, oh moon, and make this endless day, endless night.
Hi, everyone. My name is Father Pete McCormick. It is such an honor to be with you all. Congratulations, class of 2029. Let me give it up for you one more time. Way to go. Way to go. I've had the privilege of being on campus for some time now. I started my first assignment as a member of the Congregation of Holy Cross back in 2006. And currently, I have the honor of leading our campus ministry here at Notre Dame. What I want to share with you all a little bit is about the distinctive character of the Congregation of Holy Cross and how that influences the University of Notre Dame as you all begin to think seriously about your decision. And so let me talk to you a little bit about this congregation, this community, this Catholic community that was founded in France by a priest whose name was Basil Moreau. Basil Moreau is a powerful figure for us because he ultimately was an individual who was growing up in the midst of the French Revolution. The French Revolution was a period of time in which there was great destabilization and uncertainty in all of France. It led to this young boy at the time, 7, 8 years old, to be without any kind of formal education. He was unable to read or to write. But there was a priest in his neighborhood, in his community, who recognized his potential and began to give him some form of instruction. From that instruction, he ultimately began to discern his own vocation. It's interesting how, from the beginning, Moreau recognized the power of education, that he, having received it, was able to get a sense of where he was going and what he was going to do with his life. Because from there, he grows and matures, ultimately becomes a priest, and in time does two things. Starts a school and a parish, and both of these were focused on the type of kid that he was. One who didn't have an opportunity, one that perhaps other people had cast aside as irrelevant or unimportant or unnecessary for the task at hand. Those were the people that Father Moreau believed were most important in terms of educating. Moreau's entire philosophy was predicated on the notion that if you want to impact a culture, if you want to change a society, it must first start with education. So let me talk to you all a little bit for a second about what that type of education entails, because I'm going to make the case that in 2025, here at the University of Notre Dame, you see a very similar blueprint, one that was established by a 19th century French priest. So the three pillars that Father Moreau maintained as core for an education were: first, you shall not educate the mind at the expense of the heart. For Father Moreau, he deeply believed that you should give those students who are studying access to everything that they need. They should be exposed to the ways in which the world thinks and have contrarian opinions and allow people to come together in loving disagreement. It was in that process that you learn and come to understand the totality of all of God's creation. But at the same time, what good is an education if you do not have well-formed hearts, hearts that can be compassionate, empathetic, understanding? You see, Moreau had seen in the French Revolution how well-trained minds but poorly formed hearts had ultimately led to a destabilization, and it impacted those who were most on the margins of society. So for Moreau, he felt for someone who had gone through his schools, it was absolutely critical that they have a well-trained mind and heart, that they had to be coupled together, that they had to be linked. Another piece that he absolutely emphasized was the importance of community. He believed that great things, meaningful education, occurs in a space in which people love one another, in a space in which they are known, in which they are understood, in which it's okay to make a step in which you might actually be wrong, in which you might need to be corrected in a loving way. All of us need that. All of us need the space to be able to learn and to grow and to understand, and it's very hard to do it in a community of strangers. So for Moreau, he very much believed that a hallmark of his schools would be that it is rooted in love, that it is not just rooted in any kind of love, but it is rooted in a Christ-like love, a love that accepts all, recognizes the dignity of all, and celebrates the unique giftedness of all. That's the type of love that Moreau wanted reflected in his community. So if the first is the education of heart and mind, and the second is community, the third one is going to seem like a little bit of an outlier, something that we in 2025 don't talk all that much about, but yet is something we acutely feel on a daily basis. I'm going to give it to you first in Latin, and then I'll translate it. What he said was, Ave crux spes unica. Hail the cross, our only hope. You see, Moreau had witnessed struggle, not only in his life, but in others. He had seen how, though, with a hope rooted in the gospel, that even that struggle could be transformed, and he looked no further than his inspiration in life, Jesus. He saw how Jesus suffered. He saw how Jesus hung from the cross, but he also, having prayerfully reflected upon the scriptures, knew that 3 days after Jesus hung from that cross, he ultimately was resurrected. He ultimately walked amongst his disciples, giving them hope, reminding them that for God nothing is impossible, that God can transform all things. And so for us, my brothers and sisters, we are invited to contemplate and consider how it is that suffering in our own lives, a suffering that comes to us, we don't have to look for it, a suffering that can, however, be transformed. It is not merely burden. It can, in fact, be transformed into something more profound, into something that we can't fully even understand in the moment. So let me talk to you about 2025. Let me talk to you about where we find ourselves now, class of 2029. I would argue and maintain that the University of Notre Dame, what makes it distinctive, what makes it purposeful and impactful in our society today, is that we deeply believe in these three attributes that I've outlined. We believe that here at the university, you should have exposure and access to incredible professors, incredible laboratories, incredible spaces that are dedicated to athletic pursuits and artistic pursuits, and the list could go on here, affording you the chance to meaningfully get your arms and your mind and your heart around something. But if it's only an education, if it is only cerebral, then it is not enough. We need for you and hope that by the time you leave the University of Notre Dame, you are thinking about new things, and something new that you can't imagine at this precise moment breaks your heart. I sincerely hope that it is the case. I sincerely hope that in 4 years, there is something that you're not thinking at all about right now, that moves you, that impassions you, that leads you to take on any number of sacrifices so that you might be a part of that conversation. And the way that you're going to do that, most importantly, is you're going to do it in a community. Now, I recognize in moments like this, you might look around and you might reflect upon the haphazard way in which all of these people are gathered. But let me tell you this, that is only with the eyes of pure reason. With the eyes of faith, what I see is the creativity and the wonder of God. I see the way that our Lord has brought all of you together so that you might learn from one another, that you might support one another, but most importantly, that you might love one another. And the sooner you can begin to enter into that, I believe the sooner that this Notre Dame education will really take root. But I'm also going to say this to you because you all have experienced much in life. You understand that you will not be able to avoid suffering, that you will not be able to avoid the struggle that comes with any noble pursuit. But what I want you to know is that when you do it here, you will be surrounded by incredible friends, mentors, professors, and guides. This place, this community, this University of Notre Dame is dedicated to a full integration and understanding of what it means to be human. You will have people in the midst of your struggle, in the midst of your suffering, that will remind you of the hope. They will remind you of the nature of your purpose. And so what I hope you all take away from this particular talk, from this entire weekend, this entire rally, is that this place, this University of Notre Dame, not only has something to offer you, but you have something to offer it. That we have accepted you not based upon solely what you have done in the past, but what we believe that you have been called to do and how you will do it here at the university. So please know of my prayers as you discern this. Please know of my gratitude for the investment that you have shown by being here today. And may God bless you now and always. Go Irish.
Class of 2029, how we doing today? Oh, that's pretty good, but this year, this the rally. I'm gonna need you guys to take it up a notch. I said class of 2029, how we doing today? That's what I'm talking about. And we got to keep this very same level of energy all weekend long. But lucky for us, we don't got to do it alone. We have two groups of very special people here at Notre Dame that are going to do it with us. But we need to give them a very Notre Dame welcome. So why don't you join with me in chanting, "We are ND. We are ND. We are ND."
Give it up for the band of the Fighting Irish, the cheerleaders, and Leprechaun Colin up here. And they said, go Irish, beat Hurricanes. It's almost football season, man. That's cool. We're almost there. All right, so this band is the oldest band in the land, America's first university band, next year's band, yes? If you're a part of this next year, you will be a part of band number 180. So 180 years of this band. Now, there are lots of clubs at this university. Now, my name is Matt Merton. I'm one of the band directors here, and this is my 20th year here. And my favorite part by far of working here is just the types of students that are here. So the types of students that are here. You are involved in so many things, and you try new things like the band, but all the other clubs on campus. But for example, raise your hand in the band out here if you are a music major. So those three, right? There's just a couple. Now, all of the parts of the institution, all the parts of Notre Dame are here. So check this out. Raise your hand if you're in the College of Arts and Letters. All right. How about the College of Science? Yeah, you can clap. That's okay. The College of Science. How about Mendoza College of Business? All right, there's some smaller colleges. How about the College of Architecture? There's a couple. How about Keough School of Global Affairs? And how about the College of Engineering? So no matter what you do at Notre Dame, you can be involved in other things, like the band. Now, okay, you don't even have to have experience in marching band or band to have tried this. Raise your hand if you never were in band until you came to Notre Dame. Check it out, and they're here, right? All right, so that's our message to you. Try something new, like right now, stand up. Everybody, stand up. We're gonna play a tune that they do at all Notre Dame sporting events. This is called Celtic Chant, and you just need to get your arms ready like the leprechaun here. The cheerleaders will show you, and follow along. This isn't something they can do, I shouldn't say this, at the University of Michigan. It's not something they can do up there. But you will be able to do this, I guarantee it. Here it is, Celtic Chant.
All right, class of 2029, you know as the Leprechaun, I am just dying for you all to experience your first Notre Dame game day. Now, before we get you there, we got to get you guys up to speed on some of our game day traditions. Now, you got a little taste of it there, but I want to try another one, and so why don't you stay standing, and I want to hear you say, "Let's go Irish! Let's go Irish!" Last time. Woo! All right. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, the last one I want to share with you. Stay standing, because you're going to need it. At the end of every single game, win or lose, we all gather together as one to show our respect and love for the university that's done so much for us. Now here's what I need you to do. I need you to take your right arm, put it around the person next to you. Take your left arm, do the exact same. Band, please cue the alma mater. All right, class of 2029, we have the incredible opportunity to keep this vibe going at the Student Connect. So students, at the conclusion of the Victory March, I need you all here down on the floor with us as we take you to Loftus. Now, Mom and Dad, you guys can hang tight for the time being before we guys send you over to North Dome for the Parents' Reunion. And at 9:30, the conclusion of Student Connect, we'll walk your guys and gals right over to Gate 3 at North Dome to meet you. But now, the greatest of all university fight songs. Let's send it out on a high note. It's the Notre Dame Victory March! All right, students, come on down.
right. How about that band? Parents, wasn't that fun? Yeah. I will share with you that congratulating your students as they left, some of them were super excited walking out with other peer students. Some of them looked absolutely terrified and that they don't know anyone. But I promise you that after 2 hours with their fellow classmates, they will come back to you and they will be laughing in groups and they will tell you all about this most amazing, amazing friend they met today. And that person might just be one of their dearest friends when they arrive here in the fall. In fact, every year we find that some of the greatest friends in each class, that those friendships actually commenced at the rally. And so while they left you, maybe not knowing any other admitted students, I promise you that they will come back with lots of stories and lots of laughter and lots of friendship. You will find over the next couple of days that truly the greatest thing about this place are the people. And I am deeply honored now to invite you to meet some of the most incredible people that I have the honor of working with. I would first like to ask you to join me, everyone in the green shirts. Could everyone in the green rally shirts please stand up? I know some are with the students now, but friends, these are the team who are loving your children. Thank you to all of you. Everyone in a green rally shirt represents an individual who works within the enrollment division, ranging from pre-college programs, undergraduate admissions, the Office of Financial Aid, student accounts, TRIO, shared services, marketing communications, and on and on. These people have invested in your students the last several months and come to love them. And so if you need anything over the next couple of days, please reach out to one of us in a green rally shirt, and we would be honored to help answer your questions. I'm now honored to invite up to the front of the room here a handful of people who I am so honored to call as colleagues. I am more grateful to call them friends. And together, as Father Pete mentioned, we invest in all aspects of this education for your students. An education that we promise you is the unsurpassed undergraduate experience in all of higher ed. You should expect a lot from us, and we hold ourselves accountable to that. And the way we do that is to, as Father Pete said, love your children. And so when we proceed to the parent reception next, the individuals who will introduce themselves will be at that reception and ready to engage you in dialogue or questions that you might have about your young person's experience here at the University of Notre Dame. So before I give you instructions on where to go, which are very important, could I ask my colleagues and friends to please come up and introduce themselves so that you might find them during the parent reception? Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Okay. Ms. Deb Johns, who signed the admission letter for all of your children, is going to go first.
Oh, thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mickey. Aren't we so lucky? We're so, so lucky. Father Pete, oh my goodness. It's amazing. So hi, everybody. My name is Deb Johns. I'm Assistant Vice President for Undergraduate Admissions here at the University of Notre Dame, and I cannot wait to meet you at this reception.
Thanks, Deb. Hi, I'm Ryan Willerton. I oversee what we refer to as the Morello Family Center for Career Development, also known as our Career Center. So your sons and daughters and students are all hanging out over there, thinking about coming to Notre Dame, and we're already thinking about internships, jobs, and 30 years down the road here. So I look forward to meeting a lot of you tonight.
Hi, everyone. My name is Laura Bellis. I'm the Director of Employer and Regional Engagement here at Notre Dame. So responsible for all of the employers who come here and recruit our wonderful students, and I look forward to speaking with you tonight.
Good evening, my name is Karen Kennedy. I serve here as the Associate Vice President for Residential Life, so I have the great honor of overseeing everything to do with our residence halls, assignments, rectors, those kind of things. I know that many of your students were able to meet my staff earlier during the residence hall tours, and we were really excited to be able to share those spaces with them, and I look forward to seeing you this evening.
Good evening. I'm Christine Karen Gebhardt. I'm the Assistant Vice President of Student Health and Wellness. I get to work with the folks in the Counseling Center, the University Health Services, a couple folks I brought with me that'll introduce themselves, as well as Accessibility Services, Case Management, and the McDonald Center for Student Health and Wellbeing. So if you have questions related to services or programs or initiatives about your students' health and wellness, you're gonna talk with us, the three of us here tonight.
Good evening. I'm Chris Conway, and I'm the director of the Counseling Center. So if you have any concerns about mental health services that your son or daughter might need upon coming to Notre Dame, please feel free to seek me out tonight. I'll be happy to answer your questions.
Good evening. My name is Diana Custer. I run the Student Health Clinic. So whenever your student's not feeling well, or they don't think and they try to pet a squirrel, they'll want to come find us.
Good evening. My name's Patrick Clark. I'm a director of career development, working with Ryan and Laura. I asked once a student here, so 30 years later I came back. I found a final year of eligibility to be back at Notre Dame, and really excited to meet all the students who are coming in the fall.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Doug Thompson, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Executive Director of Diversity and Engagement in the Division of Student Affairs. And I know Father Pete talked about loving your students. I think our team is responsible for creating an environment and facilitating what that looks like and creating a culture of belonging. Can't wait to meet you tonight.
Hi everyone, my name is Ellie Brenner. I am the Assistant Provost for Academic Advising. So this summer, as your students start to discern their academic path and courses they want to take, people who work on my team will be helping them negotiate that. Also, I happen to be one of you. I'm a very proud parent of the class of 2029.
My name is Father Pete McCormick, and I'm truly just here for the snacks. So if you could just leave me alone while I'm up there, that'd be fantastic. I'm the Assistant Vice President for Campus Ministry and think a lot about the life of faith on campus, and would be glad to have a conversation as you're thinking about helping your son or daughter kind of integrate the life of faith beyond home.
Thank you, Father Pete. What he didn't tell you, he's also the chaplain of the basketball team. So when he runs like that, typically in this court, it's to show the guys that he can dunk just as much as they can. All right, so your children are now in a really fun reception where they are getting to know one another, and we're going to invite you to do the same. So what we're gonna do now is proceed back to the North Dome where you registered today. And I also just wanna put a footnote. Thank you for your patience if you arrived early. I know that many of you were waiting, perhaps, in line, and hopefully that gave you an opportunity to meet some really wonderful people, but I do want to thank you for your patience earlier today. We're going to proceed up the stairs to Heritage Hall. You turn left and go back down the stairs. I realize that doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the easiest way to get there. There will be people in green shirts helping direct you, and in this reception, you'll see lots of food, perhaps an adult beverage or two if you wish to partake, and some vendors from South Bend community. So this community is really important to your young person's experience here. So you will find vendors who own small businesses, local restaurants. If you need to order a birthday cake for your child while they are here, you perhaps might meet someone who can help you do that today. So please come and join us in a lot of food and beverage and at the core fellowship in meeting some really wonderful parents of the class of 2029. So you can proceed up the stairs, turn left, down the stairs, and we'll go to North Dome. Thank you all. God bless.